Hello, everybody, and welcome to It's a Wild, 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 Wild Mount. I am Mr. DM, and with me are my amazing players. Hello, amazing players.
Hello.
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 All right. So, um, first couple of things, I'm going to go through a few quick announcements, and then we'll get right into it as we are in the third part of the assault on this orphanage. So again, very quick announcement. So the first announcements is inspirations. So just as a reminder, you can use channel points to actually grant inspirations to the players. You get 2 inspirations per player, and you can either give it to a very specific person, one of the specific players, or you can just make it a group inspiration, and then they will decide amongst themselves who will actually use it. If you're feeling saucy, you can give me an inspiration, which might either help or hinder the group. I will say after last night's session...
I'm not giving you inspiration. Screw that.
I'm not saying for you to give me inspiration, but I will tell you this. Last night on our Tyranny of Dragons session, they were fighting a dragon on their fourth session, and needless to say that halfway through the battle, they all began posting on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter for their friends to come into the channel and please purchase them inspirations so they won't die against this dragon. Which I will absolutely say helped them. Because damn, if you hadn't seen, it's right now, it's on the Twitch VOD. If you haven't seen last night's session, that was probably one of the best dragon fighting battles I've seen in a long time in D&D. But if all of those people didn't show up with all of those inspirations for the players, it could have been dire. I'll just put it to you that way. So use the inspirations, use them well, use them wisely. But remember, you get 2 for each player, and you only get 1 for me. And it's a little more expensive for me because, I mean, it should be a little more expensive to have me fuck with the players. But if you are so inclined, you can do that. So that is our first announcement. The second announcement, as a reminder, on our merch store, come November 1st, all of the merch that is currently there is going to be switched out, and that merch will no longer exist. So the merch that is in the store right now is a lot of the character artwork that was created by our wonderful artist for our Monster Hearts 2 game, Isaiah Roa. Amazing artwork. You can find the merch there. Again, the merch helps to support what we do here on the stream. So if you're not a subscriber or if you're not a patron on Patreon, purchasing merch is a way to help support the stream. But also, the stuff is really cool. It's very nice quality. It's very excellent quality. I was very surprised with it when I actually got the t-shirts and stuff in. But yeah, you can buy t-shirts, you can buy mugs, there are stickers, there are phone cases, beautiful artwork. Yeah, so if you're so inclined and you're looking for a nice gift for someone who might be interested in role-playing games such as Monster Hearts and stuff, please by all means visit our merch store, because again, after November 1st, all of that is gone. We'll have some new merch, but it will no longer be that merch. And then for those who are not familiar with players and creators, not only do we run tabletop games, mostly D&D at this point, but there will be different games that we do play. Fridays, I also do Friday Night Magic. I am not the best Magic player in the world. However, there will be I play with one of my friends, Dat Ninja. Other people do pop in and out to play with me as well. But I enjoy playing the game, and the headache of dealing with randos online during the week is more than I'm more than happy to do it in order to actually get to Friday and actually have fun with the game with my friends. So you're more than welcome to join us if that's something that you are interested in as well. So with that, I believe that is the end of our. Thank you for the follow, Vaxilon. At the hope I'm saying it right, Valixion. I hope that's right, Valixion. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, and welcome. So normally I don't get to do that until after the end of the stream, but as we're just doing an announcement right now, I just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, you can follow us just like Valixion did. You can also join us on our Twitter and our Facebook group, Instagram. We do all of the things. We also have a Discord channel. So please, by all means, join one or all of them if you're inclined. And, that way you get some updates. You can see what's happening. We are a fairly new stream here. We're coming up on our 1 year anniversary. So just bear with us. We're doing the best that we can. But we hope that you have as much fun with us that we have playing. That's it for my announcements. So with that, I guess we'll jump right where we left off. All right, let's get some appropriate music going. All right, so at this point in time, you have all come to this orphanage to basically collect some monies owed to the gentleman by the current matron of this orphanage. You, under the spells of seeming that was cast on you by your patron, Leopold von Scott, you made your way to the orphanage, approached the matron, began negotiations, as it were, with her on paying this debt. She transformed into something extra, and immediately called out a catchphrase which seemed to magically lock all the doors and shutters in this location, and at which point all of the lights went out. Additionally, she vanished. When looking for her and starting to search throughout the building, a various number of you began to get accosted by some of the orphans here at the orphanage, some of which didn't seem to actually be of an age where you would expect an orphan, but definitely seems to be a dangerous situation. A number of you ran upstairs while some of you remained downstairs, and currently, because we are switching between floors here, currently on the first floor, we have Phoebe, Sora, Galen, and Rowan. And last week, Rowan had made her way into the room where one of the orphans who was attacking you ran into. As Rowan ran in, she realized that one of the back walls was ablaze. Seemingly, a large pile of logs had been set on fire and is now catching on the wood walls here. There also seems to be at least 6 to 7 orphans cowering in this room as well. It seems to be some kind of dining hall for these orphans. Galen has been accosted a number of times. Thankfully, at this point, he seems to be safe. Sora as well. And Phoebe was checking on some double doors that were leading downstairs that seem to be currently locked. That takes us to the second floor. The second floor, we have Jarina, Squall, and Leah. Leah is currently chasing down one of the orphans who was attacking, and protecting some others. Squall ran into the other section of the orphanage, where he did discover a large hole that led downstairs into one of the rooms, but was also accosted and is currently unconscious in the lower half of the actual map. Jarina still on the stairwell, making her way up into the second floor proper. Meanwhile, while all of this is happening, you consistently keep hearing the voice of the matron kind of taunting all of you in this moment. And that is where we left off last week. So, a lot going on here. So with that, let's get this party started. And in getting this party started, let's see, why are you not working for me? All of the things don't want to work. You can almost cut the tension with an orphan.
Good one.
Alrighty, so with that, the last thing you all heard was the matron taunting you, essentially saying how you will not leave here alive. And you all could hear this no matter what floor you are on. Galen, it's now your turn. And you are on the first floor, so let's switch maps for that.
Yep. So
All right.
I'm getting up.
All right, yeah, because you were prone. All right. After Jarina healed you and then ran back upstairs.
And yelled at him to get to Rowan and Sora.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. So,
All right. So that's half your movement.
yep. So I can only move 20 feet. I guess I'll move 20 feet. So that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, right here, right next to the dead kid.
Yeah. All right.
Is that good?
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I can't get any farther. And
Okay.
I'm not wasting a key point.
Okay. Well, you can use an action to dash. So you get another 40 feet of movement if you want.
Oh. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay.
I'll use up my action then.
All right. So put yourself where you need to be. If you're moving towards Rowan,
I don't know about the bathhouse. I was gonna run to the bathhouse and
yeah,
get
you
water.
don't know. Yeah, you don't know about that. You don't know about that.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go straight to.
Okay. Yeah, you can get to either one of these squares right here.
Okay. Okay, that's all I can do.
All right. All right. So that is your turn, Galen.
Do I
Leah.
see the bathhouse?
Or currently no.
As I was running, or not?
No, because they're solid stone walls, and then there's double doors, and currently they're ajar, but you can't, from even running by from the angle, you wouldn't see. There's no light in there.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to try and make a perception check, it would be at disadvantage.
My perception's usually at disadvantage anyway. I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Natural 1. So yeah, I don't.
Yeah, you don't see anything.
I just see this,
doors.
It's the smoke. It's getting in my eyes. I'm crying. I got stabbed and resurrected twice.
Yeah, so you just ran right by Sora, who's like, hey, as you move, run past her. But okay, so that's your turn, which takes us to Leah, who is on the second floor. Leah on the second floor. So just as a reminder, Leah, let me switch up to the second floor here. You were being shot at and stabbed, and he ran off this way, and you lost sight of him behind this kind of like wall that's blocking where these beds are.
Does the wall reach the ceiling, or is it just like a dividing wall?
It's a dividing wall. It doesn't reach all the way up to the ceiling, but it is about 5 feet tall. The ceilings are about 10 feet tall.
Can I jump up on one of the beds, look down the wall with my crossbow?
You can certainly try, yeah. Well, you'd have to climb up the wall because the walls do go higher than the beds.
Okay. I will just cautiously look around the wall with my crossbow drawn. If anything moves, I want to shoot that little halfling.
Okay. All right, no worries. All right, so you can do that, no problem. And as you turn the corner, you can see him right there. He is currently loading a crossbow bolt into his crossbow. As you turn the corner and go, huh, oh shit.
I'm gonna shoot him.
All right, go for it.
Giant chicken dice, don't fail. I rolled a 14.
Okay.
And
That does
wait,
not...
with the crossbow, I have a plus.
Okay.
So 14 plus 8 is 22.
Yeah, that hits.
So 1d6 plus 5 damage. 3 plus 5 is 8.
Okay, yeah, you shoot him with the crossbow, and a bolt just goes flying and hits him right in the arms. Like, ah, fuck! Pulls it out, throws it on the ground, continues to keep loading his crossbow while looking at you.
I don't get any second shots as a bonus action, right?
Does your card say that? It'll tell you if you have two attacks on your action or not.
No.
Okay.
I get a double shot if there's a sneak attack or Whales of the Grave. I'm gonna disengage and
Well, you're not in melee with him, so you don't have to disengage. Disengage is only if you're like in melee distance, like you're 5 feet from someone.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to where the orphans are.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go back to here, and I want to ask them, do you guys know how to get out of here safely? Is there a place you can hide?
Okay. The orphans are currently like all the ones that are near you are sobbing and crying. They definitely seem afraid of this, mostly of the situation that's going on. I need you to make a persuasion check at disadvantage because they just saw this woman, and to remind you, you all look humanoid. You a human. You're still in your magical disguises, so you don't look like yourselves currently. So they seem very apprehensive of you.
Is my character still? Is his disguise still up because he went?
Yeah,
down?
everybody's disguise is still currently up.
Okay.
Except for mine.
Actually, point of order. No, your disguise is still up. You are in wolf form, but to everyone else, you look like some crazy woman on all fours running around.
That's awesome.
Because the way the seeming spell works is the illusion is over over your body. So whatever your body does, the illusion just kind of adapts to it. So that's what everybody else is seeing. So now, Rowan, you understand why these children are so afraid of you as you run into the burst into
Oh
the
my
shroud.
gosh. I had no idea. I thought when I wild shaped it dropped the illusion.
No, because none of you cast that illusion.
So she's essentially some crazy woman walking on all four legs, barking and sniffing and wagging her butt like she has a fake tail.
Mm-hmm.
And she barged through a fucking door.
Yep.
Can I stand on all twos?
Well, it's not your turn yet. So, Leah, what did you get for your persuasion check?
I rolled a 10 at disadvantage.
Okay. The kids they seem very, very afraid of you in this moment, and they're not particularly talkative at you right now. There's definitely a lot of fear in their eyes right now.
Okay.
But as you turn the corner, you do lose sight of this individual again, this orphan that's attacking you.
So I want to stay close to the orphans so he doesn't try to use them as hostages.
Okay. Yeah, that's no problem.
Yeah. So I'm good.
Okay. All right. So that is your turn. Next up is Squall, who is currently unconscious. I need you to make a death saving throw.
I am actually not unconscious. I have 10 HP and I was knocked prone.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Yeah. All right. So you would have to. Yeah. So to get up, you would have to use half your movement.
Right, which I will do.
Okay. And let me just move this. Go ahead. No, you can go ahead. This is just me. There we go.
But I know that I'm currently in range with this halfling.
She actually looks like a gnome.
Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to keep interrupting you. To be fair, if you recall, it seemed like a little girl. When it ran up to you, the wig fell off, and then proceeded to pummel you and knock you prone. Now looking, it definitely still is a gnome, but it is more looking like a boy than it is a girl.
I believe I still have one. I am going to use a potion. Yes, I still have a potion of healing. Okay, I'm going to use actually the greater potion of healing, 4d4, to prevent myself from dying. 2, 3, 4. Plus 4, 8, plus 8, 9, 10, 12. Okay, so I'm up positive 12 HP, which is not a whole lot.
Okay. All right, so that's your bonus action.
22. That's right. That was my bonus action.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to disengage as my action.
Okay.
And try to get back to an ally with only a few squares. So I only have a few. 1, 2, so 5, 10, 5,
Yes,
10,
so 3 squares.
15, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's kind of my... That's it. That's all I'm doing right now.
Okay. So as you kind of get up, you pop the cork on your vial, you guzzle down the healing potion, you just kind of like juke and jive, and then just run as the small gnome tries to get a couple of punches in at you, but because you're disengaging, is unable to actually land a blow. All right, and you are back at the doors, which are still currently open. And there are still orphans. You did see a number of orphans in both rooms who seem to be like crying and upset and starting to move away specifically from where you are. And there is that large hole in the ground. Anything else you want to do?
No, that's it.
That's it. Alrighty. So with that, still on the second floor, your gnomish friend will actually run up on you, but basically following you, and is going to take a couple of swings at you, 3 as a matter of fact. The first one is 23 to hit. You will take 7 bludgeoning damage. And let's see. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 21.
21. Yeah, as the gnome runs up on you, gets right to your legs, throws an elbow into the side of your knee, almost making you buckle and almost drop to the ground again. But thankfully, you're able to catch yourself and keep yourself from being knocked prone. But there's still 2 more hits. Next one is going to be a miss at 7. So you're just kind of basically like moving your legs because that's the range this gnome has, unfortunately. And then the last hit, that's a miss at 6. So only hit you once, but the next 2 you are ready for the blows and you're just kind of like moving out of the way just in time. But you can tell that this gnome is fast. And then with that, let's see. What's the movement here? 40. Okay. Yeah, and running around a corner. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Avoiding the hole, you see a halfling come running up behind you. It's going to take 3 shots to your back. All unarmed strikes. That's going to be an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be 7 bludgeoning damage again. And I need you to make another... Actually, this time I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
$18.
Ooh, you feel your muscles begin to lock up as that first strike seems to have hit a cluster of nerves. But you're able to just kind of flex and push through it. And thankfully, you will not be stunned for a round. But you will take another hit at you, and that's going to be a 20, not natural.
It hits.
Okay, that's going to be 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And the last hit, as this one is aiming for your the inside of your leg again. This is a 24 to hit. And so this last one, oof, lucky number 7. Unfortunately, another 7 bludgeoning damage.
I am unconscious.
Okay. And Jarina, you actually see the top of Squall's head just like right by the doorway. You can actually just see his head as he kind of falls unconscious in the doorway.
Got it.
All right. All right, and that's their turn. Phoebe, it is now your turn. Sorry, you're on deck. So that is going to be a switch to the next map. Earth 4. A lot happening.
You good?
Yep. Can you hear us? Okay. So what do you want to do, Phoebe? It's your turn.
So I'm gonna go where Rowan is. She looks like a deranged wolf.
Deranged wolf lady.
Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. You
I'll
all
move my max
look like
movement.
yeah. All right. Well, your max movement can get you right about here. 15, yeah, can get you right next to Sora. You can use your action to dash if you want to get into the room with Rowan.
I kind of want to watch what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna wait.
Sure. Okay. All right. So you're gonna just what are you gonna do? Are you gonna hold an action?
You're not going to try to put out a fire or save some children. You're just going to. Okay. I'm not saying anything. I'm not metagaming. Nope. Because I'm a wolf.
All right. Are you holding an action, Phoebe?
I'm gonna hold an action if I see a threat. I have my
Well,
bullets ready.
what do you want to do as that action? What action are you holding?
I just said I was holding my bow at the ready.
So you're going to shoot someone.
If I see a threat, yes.
Okay, yeah. You gotta be specific. Okay. Alrighty. So with that, that's Phoebe's turn. Sora, it is now your turn.
Wait, whoops. Hold on. I got something in the way of my mouse. I'm going to take a health pop.
Okay. That's her bonus action.
Aha. Sorry, I'm looking for it. Here we go.
Alright, so that's 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, so I regained 6.
Okay. So what's your action? What do you want to do?
Don't rush me. Hold on 1 second.
Don't rush you. It's not like, we're
I
in
have
a
it set.
fight.
Don't worry. I'm just trying to add the hit points before I forget.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Remember, there's an actual. I'm not usually a stickler for it, but there is a time limit on your turns to keep things moving forward. That if you go past it, you're just going to be taking the help action, and then we're moving on.
I am holding my action, which would be to cast Mage Armor on Rowan, until she gets within range, because it's a touch.
Okay. You can get closer if you want.
I am also trying to be careful.
Okay.
I'm also next to you if you plan on casting Mage Armor. Just yeah.
That'll actually reduce your AC.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. For you specifically.
Really? I thought it was excuse me. I thought it was because I wasn't wearing armor. Mage armor would increase my AC.
No, it overrides whatever your normal AC stuff is.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it gave you a +3. Okay, never mind.
No, but that's a +3 on top of other things. So, all right, so here we go.
Because if it's a +3 on top of...
It's your AC becomes 13, so it drops your AC to 13, and then it's plus your Dex modifier.
But I also have unarmored defense, which also...
That will not stack with it.
Okay, so it would just stay as 18.
Mm-hmm.
in that case.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
really not going to help you at all.
Okay.
Because technically speaking, you would now be armored. You understand?
Because of my because of my unarmored defense. Okay, that
Mhm.
makes sense. All right.
It's a little weird, but yeah.
All right. I feel like it should have been clearer. All right. I'll stop talking.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Alrighty. So, Sora was being careful. Okay. So next up after Sora is okay. All right, back to the second floor. All right. Leah, make a perception check for me, please.
$14 plus 8, 22.
22. You barely see him, but you do see him as he runs past this orphan. The orphan, what catches your eye at first is the orphan going, and then you actually see him turn this corner and run into what looks like the other section of the room that you have not seen yet. But he's not going towards you. He's definitely running away from you. But he's now in the other room, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So that was his turn. And that's okay. Rowan, it is now your turn. Jarena, you are after Rowan.
All right. So Rowan's going to enter the room looking for the halfling or the gnome with the crossbow.
It was actually a longbow. It wasn't a crossbow. It was a longbow.
Oh, a longbow?
Mhm.
Okay. Do I see any of these children holding longbows?
Well, they are about 15 to 20 feet away from you. So, depending on what you want to do, if you're doing it from where you're standing, it's going to be a perception check. If you want to get closer to the kids, the DC will be lowered and it will be an investigation check instead.
As a wolf, I have advantage on my perception, so I think I want to do perception.
Is that through seeing? Is that through sight or smell?
I think it's both, but I gotta look.
Yeah, check to see which it. Yeah, let me know which it is, because it makes a difference. So this is just friendly reminder to make sure that you have all of your stats for all of the things that you're using up and ready to go. Druids are the worst.
I'm sorry, it's up.
Okay, all right. No, but what I mean is that druids have so many creatures that they can turn into that most players wind up having like a book this thick of just what they have, so they can just refer to it very quickly.
All right, so I have keen hearing and smell. The
Okay.
wolf has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or smell. So I
Okay.
guess I can't smell a longbow. I might be able to hear the twang of one once he shoots something.
Well, yeah. Well, right now the pervasive smell in this room is fire and smoke. So if you want to get a better view of what's going on, you'd have to get closer, or you can do a perception check from where you are. The DC will just be a little higher.
Or I can jump on a table and really freak out these kids.
It's up to you. Yeah. What would you like to do?
I'll do perception.
Okay, so yeah, make a perception check. This is not with advantage, because you are trying to see. And what'd you got?
17.
17.
13 plus 4.
Okay. As you're looking at these orphans, they're all cowering from you. A few of them were wearing cloaks and hoods, and they seem to be covering their faces from the smoke, as well as sobbing and crying. They're generally a mess, but you do not see any of them holding what looks like a bow or possibly having one on their shoulder or their back. But as you are like scanning the room and scanning these orphans, you do notice just out of the corner of the fire itself, where this pile of wood has been set ablaze. Just out of the corner, you can see what looks like the tip of a longbow starting to be consumed by the fire, as if it was possibly thrown in.
Of course. Well, I'm going to have to just assume they're all innocent until one tries to take a swipe at me. So I'm going to try to herd them out the door.
Okay, so how would you like to do that?
Well, as a wolf, I was just going to sort of, herd them like dogs herd sheep. But I'm just a crazy lady, so I'm figuring I look like a crazy lady, right?
You are a woman on all fours in the most elegant robes. You look like a rich noble on all fours, like just growling at these kids. So yeah, I'd like to really know how you want to herd these kids out, because this is interesting.
I think I changed my mind.
Okay.
The door's open, they can flee. I back out. And I head to Sora.
You head to Sora. Okay. All right, so you're gonna move out to Sora. All right. So you move out to Sora. You see Rowan on all fours as this woman just running towards you. Just growling at
what
you.
The fuck?
As she gets to me, I reach out with my hand and cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
What is going on? Yeah, as you see Galen just looking at whatever this is.
Yeah. So Rowan, now that you have Mage Armor cast on you, your AC is 13 plus whatever your Dex modifier is as Wolf. Alrighty. Okay. So with that,
my Dex modifier is just that's the +2.
Yeah. So 13 plus 2. So your AC as the wolf is 15.
Okay.
Okay. Jarina, you're up.
Okie dokie. I am on the second floor. I see Squall's head sticking out from over there.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to. Alright, first I'm going to cast Spare the Dying at range.
Okay.
Because he's within. Oh, wait, hold on. I take that back because that's a bonus action too. I'm going to move up 2 squares. That's 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Does he look like he's breathing?
He's breathing, but he's unconscious and bleeding out.
Okay. I am going. All right. Can I assess his hit points? Is he at 0 or is he like at 1 hit point? Like.
You've seen this before. He's at 0.
Okay. Then I am going to do a healing word at level 2 on him, which means that it's the max amount. I don't have to roll.
Yep.
So that's 8 plus 2. That's 10 HP that he gets. And I am going to yell at him, disengage, go downstairs, and hold my melee for if one of the kids runs out after him.
Okay.
Bonk him in the head.
All right. So that was your bonus action, right?
Yeah, the healing word is a
Yeah.
bonus action.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you're holding, and so now you're holding your action if they run after. All right. So,
Yes.
so Squall, you are still prone, but you wake up. You now have 10 hit points, and you are conscious. All right. So with that as Drina's turn, yeah, it is going to be, let's see. Hmm. Okay. The kids in the room, in the large dining room, where the dining room is clearly on fire. They are screaming and crying and yelling. One of the kids says something. Rowan, Sora, and Galen, what languages do you speak?
Elvish and
Okay.
Common.
All right.
Common, Draconish, Elvish, and Gnomish.
Okay.
Common, Druidic, Elvish, Sylvan, Undercommon.
Okay. Sora, you're the only one that understands this. You hear a voice in that room that, "Get your fucking asses in that corner. Nobody leaves this fucking room now." To the rest of you, you hear, and then
Am I allowed to holler out?
very quickly,
All right, there's one in there that's hostile. The others, I believe, are children.
okay. And the kids definitely don't seem to be leaving the room. In fact, their cries and sobbing seems to recess further into the room. Alrighty. Let's see. So with that, top of the round, Galen, is now your turn. Actually, before your turn, Galen.
Okay.
1 second. Okay. Just checking on some things. Galen. Actually, Galen, Rowan, and Sora. Oh, and Phoebe would actually see this too. You see exit from this door. Hold on. What looks like the matron of this orphanage. And as she exits the room, and just casually, she just kind of almost floats out of the room. She stares at all of you. She laughs, and she points at you, Sora. And let's see. Yeah. she points at you and she goes, "You." I suggest that you attack your friends. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Can I use a group?
Yes.
Yes.
Please do.
23.
23.
Nat 20 plus 3.
Okay. As she points at you and she says this, the words echo in your brain. I suggest you kill your friends. I suggest you attack your friends. And you turn and you look at Phoebe, at Galen, at Rowan, and you begin to start preparing a spell in your mind. And then just shake it off. As you are able to withstand the effect that she was trying to impart on you.
I spit at her and I tell her, "Fuck you, bitch."
All right. Nobody has respect for the bad guys. It's gonna go very poorly for all of you. All right. So then with that, she just kind of laughs and she goes, "Very well." And she's gonna cast. What level is this going to be at? Oh yeah, 2 Eldritch Blasts at you, Sora.
You got the spell shield.
So the first one, hold on a second. Just got to roll for these. The first Eldritch, that's a 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one is going to be another 25 to hit. So they both hit. And that is going to be 2d10 force damage. So that becomes a total of 16 force damage. As this blackish purplish energy leaves her hands and hits you very, very hard.
I'm down.
And with that, Sora falls unconscious. And then she cackles and floats back through the door. And the door closes. Alrighty. So that was her turn. Now, Galen, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh boy. So to Galen, there's a fire right here. However, he was trying to find that witch bitch. So, I guess him not understanding magic too much, he probably thinks that her casting spells negated her teleportation. So I think he's going to try to reach to the door.
Okay.
To where she went.
You can get right up to here.
Was that going to be enough to open a door?
No, you'd need 5 more feet to open the door.
Damn it.
Hang on, I'm confused. Where is the witch? Is she in the burning room or another room?
No, she just floated. She just floated back in through the doorway here. On the first floor.
Okay.
All right, with that information, I guess he doesn't have any healing potions. Wait, hold on.
Wait.
The
All right,
suspense is killing me.
All right, I have an ability from Tasha's Cauldron called Quickened Healing. So, as an action, I can spend 2 key points to regain. Regain. Does that mean it can only work on me?
Yep. That's only
Damn
for
it.
you.
Okay, never mind then. In that case, he's... Alright, well, with all those options out of the way, he's just gonna try to find that gnome. That other gnome, because he really has no healing potions and can't reach the lich bitch, so...
Okay. So you're gonna run into the room, the fire room?
Yes.
Okay. So
I'm gonna make a perception check for, I guess, a disguised kid.
all
Or
right.
maybe-
The DC is gonna be pretty high because like they are clearly 5, 10, 15. They're about 15 to 20 feet away from you.
Wait.
And the room is starting to fill with smoke.
Wait, so, question. Okay, I guess it is still going to be a perception check. I guess see which one's leading them, or which one looks like is leading them. But I guess that's still perception check,
It's still
right?
yeah, it's still gonna be because you're far from them, so you can't really tell. So it's gonna be a high DC, but you can absolutely roll a perception check.
1, 2. That if I put my character here, will the DC decrease or will it still be?
The smoke is starting to fill the room in such a way that you would need to be right next to some kids to get roll investigation. Any further than that will be perception.
All right, I guess I'll go. Yeah. All right, yeah, I'll do investigation then.
So you're gonna run right up on these kids?
No, I'm gonna get closer because I don't. If there is one, I don't.
Still a perception. Still perception.
Yeah, perception. I'll do perception instead.
Okay.
And I'll also cover my face.
All
with
right.
Some sort of cloth or something. All right, so I move here.
Mhm.
I'll roll a perception.
Okay.
Is it at disadvantage or just a normal roll?
It's just a normal roll, but it's going to be a high DC.
Don't make it 9.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to tell. They're still most of the kids at this point are coughing and choking and crying. They're trying to cover their faces too. It's really hard for you to tell who might be like leading them or yelling at them, or you're not sure.
And I'm assuming that wasted an action.
That was an action, yeah.
How low my hit points are, I'm just gonna take use a key point and do what's it called? Why can't I remember?
Patient defense?
Yes, there we go.
Okay.
So I used a key point, and now
Okay.
any attack rolls are at disadvantage.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So that is your turn. Next up is Leah. Leah on the second floor.
All right, so I'm over in the corner with the orphans, and that guy just went into the other room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way over to that door very cautiously. I, at the very least, want to be able to see. What can I see from here?
All right. So from there, you can now see. Let me just open it up for you. You see a number of children in here, also crying. And as you kind of turn the corner, they all just seem to be kind of like looking around. And again, there are in this room what seems to be a couple of human-looking kids, probably maybe anywhere between the range of 10 to 12 years old. But definitely there's still some halflings and gnomes in here also. So you're at this point, you're unsure. You could try to make a perception check to see if you can recognize him quickly, because some of them are wearing cloaks and hoods.
I'm specifically looking for that little bastard.
All right, so that's going to be a perception check because you're pretty far from them. And actually, you can only see one of them at this point. You can only see. You won't even have to waste it. You can see this person, and it looks like a little girl, not wearing a hood, not wearing a cloak. This kid over here is crying her eyes out and staring at you, and you recognize her as the little girl you were talking to downstairs, who saw through your disguise.
All right. I'm gonna say to the little girl, "Look, you guys got to find a place to hide. We're all in danger here, and we have to get out. So please get out of the way and go find a place to hide." And I'm gonna head a little closer to the door so I can see further into the room.
Okay. Well, you used all your movement, so to do that, you would have to take you can either use a bonus action to dash or use your action to dash.
I don't want to use my action.
So you can use a bonus action if you want to.
Oh, so the bonus action can be a dash? Okay, I'll do that then.
All right. So where do you want to get to?
Let's see if I can get to about here. That gets me in the room, but still partially obscured by the doorway.
Yeah, you'd have to be right there. Yeah, and now you can see that there are 6 kids in this room. So that was your movement and your bonus action. You still have an action.
Can I see the halfling that hit me?
Make a perception check.
17 plus I think it's 5.
17 plus 5?
Oh no, perception is plus 8. So 25.
25. Yeah, the little shit that attacked you is right here. He has his back to you. And you can see just out of the corner that he is like holding onto the crossbow, and he's kind of like tucking it into his robe so you can't actually see it. But you just catch the edge of it and you realize, yeah, this is him right here.
I'm gonna shoot him.
The perception check was your action.
That was my action?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
So
then.
he doesn't seem like he doesn't know that you know yet that that's who he is, but you now can clock him. Now you can see him.
Okay.
So just as a reminder, if I say to roll a perception check, or if I say to roll a specific check, that is not usually going to cost you an action or anything. But if you specifically say, I want to do this or I want to do that, that is going to be an action for you to make those rolls if you're requesting it. Right? Because you are in the middle. You're in the middle of a fight, and remember, each turn is in real time is 6 seconds. So you only have 6 seconds to kind of assess and make these things. You're not going to be able to do a lot in 6 seconds.
Okay.
So, okay. Alrighty. So that is... All right, so that was Leah's turn. Moving right along. It is now Squall's turn. Squall, you are conscious, but you are still prone on the ground. What would you like to do?
Hello. I like to get up.
All right, so that's half your movement.
I'd like to disengage.
Okay, that's your action.
And I'm going to 5, 10, 15. And then as a bonus action, I'd like to manifest my echo in front of me.
Okay, and let me just get him out. Okay.
That's it for right now, because I don't really have much more to do.
Alrighty. All right, so that's your turn. All right. So the first thing that happens is one of these orphans comes running through. Jarina, you are holding your action to attack, so go right ahead.
All right, since it's my rod of tentacles, where is it? Here we go. Okay, so it is +9 to hit.
And it's 3 hits, right?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Ooh, the first hit was a 19 + 9, that's a 28.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
Uh, 1d6. That's 2 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Second hit is a 13 + 9, so that's a 22.
That does hit.
And that's 3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Third hit is... Jesus, alright. That's a 19 + 9, so that's 28.
Mm-hmm.
And that is another 3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. As these tentacles just whip out and just hit this orphan in the head, it's like, the fuck is that? And now it's just like staring at you. It was running towards where Squall ran, but now it's staring at it, looking at you, and stops in front of you. It's like, all right. And it's gonna go after your legs. Take 3 hits to your legs. So the first hit, that is a 8. I don't think an 8's gonna hit you.
Negative.
All right. You just kind of like, you move your leg. The second hit is gonna be an 11. I don't think that hits.
Negative.
And then the third, fuck, 12.
No.
Yep. Starts swinging at your legs, clearly just like off their game because of the 3 smacks in the head with this tentacle rod. Just whiffed 3 of those hits. But as that happens, and it's just he's just like holding his head, another orphan comes running out. 3. Sees that all of this happening, and now sees this like shadowy form of Squall. Looks very confused, but it's just like, and then is gonna take 3 swings at your Echo Squall. It's the wrong map. All right, the first hit is going to be that is a 12. I don't think that hits. As your Echo just kind of dodges out of the way. The second one is going to be an 11. Also dodges again. And then the third hit is a natural 20 for 25.
That does hit, so poof.
Yeah. But your Echo did its job and was your buffer to these crazy ass orphans. And now this gnome looks very confused after actually landing a blow, and it just disappears. Like, the fuck is going on? Get paid enough for this shit. That's their turn. Phoebe, it is now your turn. As we switch back to the first floor.
Sora. I'm I'm gonna take out my potion of healing and see if I can give it to her. I know
Okay.
she's unconscious, but I want to try and force it down.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's an action. You can do that. That's not a problem. Just a regular potion of healing? All right, so that's 2d4 plus 2. And that is your action. Just realized. Yeah, that's the way.
So I roll twice then?
It's 2d4, so roll 2d4, and then add 2.
Eight.
All right, so Sora, you have 8 hit points. You come to consciousness, but you are still prone.
Thank you, Phoebe.
All right, Phoebe, that was your action, and some of your movement. You still have some movement left. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna.
You're just gonna
I'm
what?
just gonna move next to Rowan, and then that's it.
Okay. All right. So with that, Sora, it is now your turn.
All right, I am going to get up.
Okay, so that's half your movement. Are you okay? I was wondering what you were doing. Were you jumping on Rowan? What was happening? Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm also counting how far it is right now.
Okay. So you're moving, and what else?
Well, I'm counting the distance to the fire to see if my ray of frost can reach to how you call it of 60 feet. But I think one of the special things I have doubles that, so I think that's my wand.
Read your stuff. Okay, so I don't want to sound like a curmudgeon
No,
or
I know.
the bad guy, but
I just remembered about my wand. That's all it was.
No, I'm just saying that I am trying. I'm running a lot on my end of things. I can't run all of your characters. Also, I can't remember all of your skills or all the items you have or what they do. I'm good, but I'm not that good. So
No, I get it. I'm also looking up Spell Sniper.
all right, when you cast a spell that requires you to make an attack roll, the spell's range is doubled.
And that's what I was looking for. Okay, so I am in range to cast Ray of Frost, and I'm going to aim for the center of the fire.
Okay. So you're technically aiming at the log pile. So yeah, roll to hit the log pile.
That's a 9.
Okay. Unfortunately, your ray of frost goes wide, and does not actually hit the log pile. It does hit.
You wanna take an inspo? Sorry.
Yeah, if you guys are cool with that.
Yeah.
Everybody else?
I, for one, do not want to burn alive in a magically sealed house.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm a derp.
What happened?
I'm not. I rolled for damage, not for hit.
Okay.
All right, I got a 17.
17 absolutely hits the log pile. The number you were looking for was 10. And you said 9, which I was very surprised about, but okay.
Yeah.
All right. So roll damage. I want to see how much frost damage you do.
That's a... Oh, shoot. It's a 5.
5. Okay. So you watch as it does hit the log pile, and the flame itself does seem to diminish slightly, causing this large puff of smoke, white smoke, and steam to just emanate from the pile. It's still on fire, but it's definitely a lot smaller than it was.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm staying where I'm at. Well, I don't have any more movement. So actually, as a bonus action, I'd like to take another health pot.
Sure. That's a bonus action. So if you have it, smoke them if you got them, right? Alrighty. So that's the end of your turn, right, Sarah?
Yes, sir.
Okie dokie. So we're going to switch back to the second floor. So a couple of things happen. Leah, as you're kind of clocking this individual that you now know, is this orphan that you're looking for who's trying to attack you. You watch as this kid over here, this orphan over here, runs over. All right, and I'm playing a little with this. Technically, they're in melee range already, but this I'm just for dramatic effect. This kid runs over here, and begins to grab the arms of what you already know as the one that's trying to attack you, Leah. And he goes, "No, she's not gonna fucking kill us! No!" And this orphan is using the help action. And is now basically helping you. So the next attack on you, made by anyone against this individual, will be at advantage, but if he tries to attack, it will be at disadvantage.
Good.
All right, so hold on a sec. I just want to check something real quick. Actually, yeah. Sorry, just double checking something really quick. Actually, it won't make him have disadvantage, but it will give you advantage should it come around next to your turn, Leah, and you're able to do something. But he's definitely trying to stop him from doing whatever he's doing. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. I'm gonna roll something real quick. All right. So the little orphan that's been attacking you, Leah, is now trying to get this kid off of him. Turns with the crossbow and is going to take a shot at you. Wrong map. Okay. And that is going to be.
I would like to dodge, please.
Well, let's see if it hits first. Oh, that's a natural 20. So yeah, that hits. So yeah, once you take the damage, you can definitely use Uncanny Dodge to have that. So that is going to be 11 piercing damage with Uncanny Dodge. That's half to 10.
What would
not 10. Not 10. I'm sorry, 5.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I can't do math. One of those weeks. Alrighty. And he looks really pissed. He's like, get off me, you fucking little shit. And he is going to, at this point, let's see. Yeah, he is going to dash. He's going to use his bonus action to dash. 5, 10. And then the little kid that was trying to grab at him just screams out, "This is our chance, everybody! We gotta stop them! She's gonna get us fucking killed!" And you can see that the kids, at least in this room, are slowly starting to stop crying and are listening to this kid. And with that, let's see, 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10. You watch as these kids start running after this little, the one that's been attacking you, Leah. And he seems a little perturbed. Actually, yeah, so he gets switched around this way. Okay. But they are definitely chasing him. And it absolutely looks like little kids chasing little kids. But a little more menacing. You know, like you do in an orphanage. I don't know. So medieval orphanages are not my forte. I don't know how they were run. I just know that they were terrible. Alrighty, so with that, let's see. Rowan, it is now your turn. Back to the first floor.
I'm gonna rush in and help Galen in the burning room.
Okay. So go right ahead. Where would you like to go?
I want to. I'm gonna try to herd the children out, like I said I was gonna do before, but I didn't.
So are you trying to like run around them, or you're running towards them? Like
I'm gonna cut around the first table.
Okay.
And come down the middle in between both tables and try to start pushing them, I guess, with my head and my paws towards the front door.
Okay. So Sora, Phoebe, and Galen, you watch as Rowan, crazy wolf person, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, comes barreling in around the room into the middle. It is still a freaky sight because it is absolutely some just looks like deranged noblewoman who thinks she's a wolf is just like.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Last week I thought I looked like this majestic wolf and I was going to do some kind of awesome Lassie come home rescue of these kids, but no.
Well, to be fair, you do look like a majestic wolf. It's just that nobody can see it. Like you absolutely are this majestic, beautiful wolf. But
thanks, I feel much better.
You know, but the illusion is not letting people see that right now.
You look like a crackhead, just running on.
You look like a lunatic with rabies.
Well, minus the foam. I wasn't gonna go that far, but okay. You make it towards the middle of the tables here. There's still smoke. The fire is not as high as it was before, but it's still going.
It's probably better that I'm on all fours because I'm under the smoke.
But yeah, so you can actually now see like the shapes of these kids, and this kid in particular looks extremely freaked out by this woman that just ran up at her. Yeah, on all fours growling. She's like,
Galen, Galen's also like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, Galen's like, I picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue. So yeah, so that happens. That's your movement, Rowan. What would you like to do for an action or bonus action?
To further freak out these children, I'm gonna dash.
Okay. All right. This is gonna be interesting. You can only get another 10 feet. You can't actually, let me see, 5, 10, 15, 20. So technically speaking, if you wanted to, you could run through these kids and get here, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, as long as I'm sort of moving them along in front of me. Is my visage scary enough that they're getting out of the way?
Well, it's not their turn yet, so they wouldn't actually be able to move. But you're getting the impression that they're really freaked out. In fact, make an intimidation check for me, please. With advantage. What'd you get?
With advantage, 18.
18. The good news is that the kids have stopped crying. The bad news is now they're screaming. As this insane looking woman on all fours barrels at them, runs through them, and then gets on the other side and is just like growling and barking at them. You get the impression that you've made the effect that you want. They are going, as soon as they get the moment to do so, they're going to run screaming from you in the opposite direction.
Excellent.
Yeah. Galen, make a perception check for me, please.
Straight perception?
Yeah, straight perception.
20, non-natural.
Okay. Now that all of these kids are screaming, they're like, ah! 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 This one over here is properly freaked out. Like, is also freaked out like everyone else is, but is clearly reaching on the inside of his cloak. Like, unlike the other kids. And you get the impression that it's probably armed. So yeah, so that happened.
I found him.
All right. So yeah, so that's happening.
Hey, DM, which one was he?
You didn't notice.
Okay.
Only Galen noticed. Alrighty. So with that, Jarina, it's now your turn. It is now your turn.
I'm sorry, that whole time that you were talking about Rowan being on all fours, we just imagined Reagan coming down the stairs in bridge form. And the entire time that you were having the kids scream, that's all I kept thinking about.
Fucking exorcist shit up in here. All right, yeah.
Okay, back to it.
Yeah.
I am going to yell once again, Squall Leah, get downstairs. We gotta put the fire out. And then as an action, I'm going to I'm going to go into my Necrotic Shroud.
Ooh, okay. All right. So, read that description for me, please.
Once per long rest as an action, you can transform, causing all within 10 feet to make a charisma saving throw. They have to beat a 12, or be frightened of you until the end of your next turn. This lasts for 1 minute, or until you end it as a bonus action. Once on your turn, you can have one attack or spell deal 5 points of extra necrotic damage to one target.
Okay. So you said Constitution?
Yeah.
All right.
They have to beat a 12.
Squall, I need you to also roll a Constitution saving throw. All right.
Okie doke.
So that is going to be... That is a natural 20 for one. So one succeeds.
I got a nat 20 as well.
The other one gets a 17. So unfortunately, the Necrotic Shroud, as these black skeletal wings just unfurl from the back and your eyes get black. I will say that while they have not been affected by the actual effect, they do seem shaken. If you would like to make an intimidation check at advantage, I will allow that.
Yes, I would like to do that.
Okay.
That's a 19, sir.
Okay. All right.
Can I speak to them in Gnomish?
Sure.
In Gnomish, I'm going to say, stop attacking us. We're trying to help save all of you.
The one that is clearly wearing makeup and no longer wearing a wig looks at you, cocks their head, and is now very confused at you. They both look like they're getting ready to back up, but also preparing an attack. They don't say anything back to you though. One of them definitely seems to have understood what you said. All right. So that's your action. You have movement and a bonus action if you'd like to take.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'm going to heal Squall with a level 1 healing word.
Okay.
Squall, you get 3 more HP.
Heard.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay. So you're not going to move? You're going to stay where you're at?
Yeah, I'm basically just guarding the stairs so that Squall can go behind me and go downstairs.
Okay. So you're like, you're like this for a minute, or until you end it. And once on each of your turns, you can deal extra necrotic damage to one target. The necrotic damage equals your level. Okay. Alrighty. It's a good turn. Good turn. So with that, let's see. Next up is okay. Yeah, so next up is still on the second floor. Is the orphan that's been attacking Leah, who is now running away from a group of children. As he's running away, he's like, "You little fucks! She's gonna kill all of you. We'll get a new batch." And continues to run. Runs right up to you, Leah, and is going to take a swing with a short sword.
I can dodge again, right?
Yeah, once per turn. So actually, let's see. Your uncanny dodge. Yeah, it's a reaction. So you're not back at your turn yet, so you don't have it yet. Like you don't have it again yet.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So it's gonna take let's see, 2 melee attacks on you. The first one is he swings the short sword. That is a 20 to hit. And you take 8 piercing damage. And then the second swing, it's like 21 to hit. And you take 7 piercing damage.
I'm at 9 hit points, guys.
Okay. And then he's going to disengage. And actually, no, he can't move any further. So he's actually, instead of his bonus action to disengage, he's going to bonus action dash, which gives you an attack of opportunity, Leah, if you want to take it.
I would absolutely like to take that, please.
Okay.
Can I stab him with my short sword as he runs past?
Sure. Well, yeah, you have to because it's melee. Yeah.
I rolled a 19, but wait, the rapier is +8, so that's a 27 to hit.
That definitely hits.
(1d8 + 5). Six plus 5 is 11.
11. Okay. Yeah, takes that damage. It's just but definitely keeps running, trying to get away from you. Jarina and Squall, you watch as another orphan holding a bloody short sword runs through the double doors on the opposite side and just stops. And just is now like looking at you, Jarina, with these skeletal wings and these 2 other orphans. And he just kind of looks at you like, what the fuck? And then he looks at the other 2 orphans and goes, the fuck is going on? We don't get paid enough for this shit. And like, wait now. All right. So next, switch to the first floor. Back at the first floor. Hold on. Switching maps. First floor. Okay, here we go.
Switching to the exorcism.
Yeah. So a couple things happen. The first thing that happens is these kids start booking it. They not only use their movement, but they also use their dash action to get the fuck away from you, Rowan. So say 5, 10,
Is it?
5, 10,
I am
15,
better
20.
than a fire drill.
Now here's what I'm gonna say. As these orphans are running past you, if you would like to make an attack of opportunity on one of them, you have to tell me as I'm doing it which one you want to do it. Take an attack of opportunity, okay? So the next one that runs, 20, 5, 10.
I don't know
15,
which one is
20.
the guy who is attacking Galen.
No,
Yeah, who is-
you don't.
Yeah,
Galen, you don't remember Galen?
Yeah, I remember, but I didn't
Okay.
see who you pointed at.
Oh no. I'm moving them on the map. So
Yeah.
as I move them, if you want to take an attack of opportunity on the one that I'm moving, you have to tell me. Okay?
Okay, but was that him?
You don't remember? That's up to you to remember. You don't remember which one it was?
IRL, I don't remember.
Make an intelligence check to remember which one it
Okay.
is. Guys, you got to pay attention to what's going on. I know it's a lot. I
didn't see at
Okay.
all like what you pointed at.
He
12.
wasn't.
What did you get?
Wait, what were you saying? Nah?
Don't worry about it.
All right, I got 12.
12.
Do you guys want me to use an info?
No, that's enough. That's enough.
Oh,
It was this one. Do you see the pointer?
That one, okay.
Okay. All right. So, next one that runs away screaming.
I'm imagining I'm just pointing the kids and being like, go, go, go.
Okay.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, they're almost not paying attention to you, Galen. They're clearly paying attention to this crazy woman on all fours, who is just growling at them right now.
I'm just trying to help.
And this one jumps on the table, scattering dishes, and then jumps off and is just booking the fuck out of there. This one begins to move.
I would like to take an attack of opportunity.
Has not moved out of your range yet. It is still within your melee range yet.
Okay.
All right. 20. He is definitely going to take a swing at you.
Disadvantage.
Yep, because you have your why am I blanking on it? Patient defense. There you go.
I know it's hard to remember.
All right, it's gonna swing at you twice with with his short sword as he just yanks it out of his belt. That is at disadvantage. Will be 1 second. That's a 9. Thank God for that disadvantage. You are ready for it. You just kind of like knock the sword to the side. And then the second swing is going to, that's an 8. Completely missing. You so lucky you using the patient defense, man.
Well, was it like 2 natural 20s or something?
No, but he definitely would have hit you with both if it wasn't for the disadvantage. All right. So confused, he will definitely try to keep running, which now you can take your attack of opportunity on him.
Since I didn't take out my quarterstaff and I was just looking and I'm like covering my face, I'm going to use my Unarmed Strike.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that.
That will be 25 to hit.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
Eight damage.
8 damage. As he's running away, you kind of kick out, and you actually get him square in the chest as he's kind of backing up, trying to run. And you hear a crack. You definitely broke a rib or something. But it continues to keep running. He's, spits out some blood out of his mouth.
Does he fly 5 feet?
No.
Oh.
But is definitely hurt, but still up.
Okay.
Alrighty. So with that, brings us back to the top of the round. All right, we are still on the first floor. All right, actually, since we're at the top of the round, this is a perfect time for us to take our break. So we're going to take our break. When we come back, we'll be back at the top of the round for the further siege of the orphanage, as our intrepid adventurers continue killing orphans willy-nilly. And when we come back, we will see what happens. It should be interesting, to say the least. We'll be back soon. Stick with us. righty, and we are back, folks. So we are, when we left, we were at the top of the round. So a couple of things are happening at the same time. So the very first thing that is happening on the second floor, switch to the second floor. On the second floor, Leah, that kid, that orphan that you saw grabbing at that the attacker, which I'm going to clearly just mark out with some some letters. So now it's pretty clear who the attackers are at this moment. You hear that kid like yelling at the top of his lungs. This is what we were talking about. This is our chance. Help the rich weirdos. Help the rich weirdos. Help the rich weirdos. And then you start watching as the other orphans are like, yeah, help the rich weirdos. And they all just very, very eerily start chanting, help the rich weirdos. Help the rich weirdos. Help the rich weirdos. And now you can hear it coming from the kids behind you as well, Leah. And Jarena and Squall, you can now start to hear it coming from the other side of the room as well. Help the rich weirdos. Help the rich weirdos. It's really creepy because they're all kids' voices saying, help the rich weirdos. Help the rich weirdos. Now, the first floor, none of y'all hear this. First floor, you don't hear any of it. This is the second floor. All this is happening right now.
We hear terrified screaming and fire.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mostly running away from the rich weirdo on all fours, barking and growling at them. But that's the first thing that happens. And so this is about to get really interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So Jarena and Squall, you start to see these kids running into the area where you were at. Just a swarm of children just start running in, and you can now hear footsteps downstairs on the first floor. The rest of you are absolutely hearing what sounds like running, like multiple feet running just above you. But you don't hear anything else because over the fire and the screaming kids that are in front of you at the moment, you don't hear anything else, but you can definitely hear what sounds like running. 10, 15, 20. Okay. Just move them. And so this kid, all right, all of the kids that have the red circles around them, they are all using the help action. They are actively grabbing at the attackers closest to them. Right? So, the attackers on the top floor who are near you, Jarena and Squall, they are being actively like grabbed at by these kids. Like the kids are trying to grab their weapons. If they don't have any weapons, they're just grabbing their arms. And while they're doing this, they're all saying, "Help the rich weirdos! Help the rich weirdos!" So it doesn't give them disadvantage, your attackers disadvantage, but when it comes to your turns, you will get advantage on the attacks because they are distracting your attackers. Okay?
Got it.
So it's only those 5 because most of them had to use a dash action to move closer. So they didn't actually have actions to use.
And the only attackers have the letters underneath them.
Right. As in this moment, those are the ones that you can see. So I've actively marked them. But should they get out of your line of sight or vision, that might change. Because they blend in so well with the other orphans. But, it looks like something weird is happening with the orphans, so that might not be the case. You're not sure. There's a lot going on. It's very crazy right now. So that's the first couple of things that happen. Back on this first floor, the next thing that happens is the door flies open to this room once more, and the matron floats out from the door once again. And she just looks at all of you and says,
"Clearly you do not understand what you're dealing with. Allow me to demonstrate. Yet again."
And she is going to, let's see, what's she going to do this time? All right, as her bonus action, because she kind of sees Sora standing, which she's a little surprised about, she's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay. She is going to cast on Sora. She's going to cast Hex on Sora. And so Sora, as you're kind of standing there and smoke is still billowing out of the room, you watch as some of the smoke begins to encircle you and gets blacker and darker. And so you are currently hexed.
Great, thanks.
And then she's going to cast 2 Eldritch Blasts at you again. So that's going to be... Second. All right, so for the first roll is going to be an 11. Does an 11 hit you?
Just.
Okay. So you take, with the first Eldritch Blast, 8 force damage. And the Hex kicks in and deals an additional 5 necrotic damage to you. And then she throws the second, actually, she's going to throw the second Eldritch Blast at Phoebe, because Phoebe's just standing there. And she's like, well, might as well. So this one, does a 12 hit you, Phoebe? No? All right, so as she throws the second Eldritch Blast at you, you dodge out of the way and it hits the wall behind you, and you feel the rocks from the wall break and scatter on your back. It doesn't do any damage, but you definitely feel the spray of the rocks of this Eldritch Blast. She just kind of like looks, she kind of nods and floats back into the room. The door slams. For anybody familiar with the Blues Brothers, very similar to the Penguin. She just kind of like floats backwards through the door, and then the door shuts closed. And for those who don't know,
Sarah really, really dislikes this bitch.
and for those who are not familiar with that reference, you should absolutely see that movie and figure out what I mean. All right. So that is her turn. Galen, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Since I finally have a target, I'm going to attack the guy.
All right. And I'm going to mark him just so you can see who it is, so you now know who it is.
Yeah, thank you. Because I missed who you said.
And okay. Let's switch maps so everybody can see what you're doing. Actually, don't need to switch. There we go. All right. What would you like to do?
I will do 3 unarmed strikes, so no flurry of blows, just 2 attacks and my bonus action.
All right, go for it.
First hit is a 10.
Dodges out of the way, like, oh fuck.
I'm gonna use an inspo because I want to hurt this guy. I have my own personal inspo, so I'm gonna use that.
Okay, go for it.
Natural 20.
That hits.
$12 damage on the first hit.
All right. As you hit, and again, tiny gnome, and as you're swinging, it's almost like in slow motion, like you're swinging downward at this orphan. And as you swing, you realize a number of things all at once. One, this orphan has 3 gold teeth. There's crow's feet around the eyes. And it looks like a gnome, but only because you have recently become introduced to the wonders of stage makeup. You see that there's actually makeup on his face and around the ears, and as you punch him in the face, one of the ears flies off. And you realize that this is a halfling disguised as a gnome. But that really doesn't mean much. As you punch him, the ear flies off, and then the head continues to rotate around the neck to a sickening crack, and he just drops to the ground unmoving. He did.
All right. One less opponent. I guess now that he thinks that the coast is clear, let's see, I only moved, 10 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Seeing how these are kids and a possible halfling, do I still have to take an additional 5 feet every time I move through them?
No,
it's through their space?
No. You just can't end your movement in a square that they are in. If there was so for example, but if there was another individual, if there was another individual here, definitely we're looking at, difficult terrain. It would be hard for you to get through because everybody's crowded in this hallway. But there's space, so that's not a concern.
Okay, so seeing how I have 30 movement, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah, you can definitely get there. Yeah, you definitely get there.
I'll be right in front of Phoebe.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to block the kids running away from Rowan.
Okay.
And Galen is kind of very concerned because he doesn't know that she's wild shaped. He just thinks she's gone insane, and it doesn't help that this disguise is up because he has no idea what sort of magic this is.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, to be honest, like she sounds like a real animal, but you don't know that. You just think that, you know, while Rowan is insane, she's also very talented. So all right. So that's your turn. That's a good turn. All right, Leah, it is now your turn. Let's see, up on the second floor. Let's switch maps. Because there's some weird action going on up here, Leah. What would you like to do with this craziness that's happening?
Where is my head orphan army recruiter?
He actually just ran past you. That's this kid right here. And I'm actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna actually name him. I mean, he has a name, but that way you can see who he is. That's the one that's been screaming and rallying the kids.
And the guy who's been shooting me is the one in the little black outfit over in the corner.
He ran around the corner through the doors. Yeah, that's him. But you can't see him just yet. But you know which way he went.
Yeah. All right. So for my action, I'm gonna tell my little orphan army recruiter, I'm gonna hand him one of my daggers.
Okay.
Okay.
He's like, huh? What?
Anything comes near you, you stab and twist.
He hands
We're all getting out of here.
He hands it back to you, and he pulls out his own dagger. He goes, "Don't worry, I got it."
Oh, good. Okay. So as my bonus action, I'm gonna take a healing potion, please.
Okay, you can take a healing potion. Because of that whole interaction, I'm gonna say that wasn't an action. You still have an action. It wasn't. So you still have movement and an action left.
Now, what does the healing potion actually heal? Because I haven't done this in a really long time.
2d4 plus 2. So roll.
Two and a 4, so that's 6 plus 2 is 8.
Okay, so you heal 8. That's your bonus action. You still have movement and an action.
For my action, I'm going to start approaching the doorway. I'm going to make sure that the orphans all get out. So come on, guys, we got to get out of here. And I'm going to start making my way to the door.
Okay. Right now, the only open area by the door is here, and there's an open area here. Like, the kids are making their way out of the rooms, but they're all still chanting, "Help the rich weirdos! Help the rich weirdos!"
So from where I am now, I have line of sight out the door.
Yeah, you can definitely see right now, this kid and this kid are just grabbing at his arms, like trying to stop him from doing anything. So they're actually helping you. Any attack you take now against him would be at advantage.
Okay.
And you'd also get your sneak attack.
Oh, that's even better. Okay. I want to make sure all the orphans get out, but I want to take a shot at him if I can.
Yeah, go for it.
With my crossbow. Okay, and it's an advantage, and I get sneak attack?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because these kids are now technically your allies.
I'm going to use a chicken dice and a duck. So I rolled a 4 and a 16.
So you take the highest, yeah.
All right, so 16 plus... Oh, wait, shit. Okay. 16 plus 8 is 24.
That definitely hits.
And then it's 1d6 plus 5. So 2 plus 5 is 7.
Okay. And what's the sneak attack damage?
3d6.
Okay.
6, 12, and 3 is 15. I think the bunny head is a 6.
So it's 15.
I'm really not sure.
It's 15 plus 7? Or it's 15 altogether?
It's 15 plus 7.
Okay, so 22. All right. Okay, he's going to use Uncanny Dodge.
Okay.
And he's only going to take 11 of that damage.
Okay.
As he's like, get off me, you fucking kids. That's it. We're going to get on you. We're going to kill you and get a new batch.
Julia is not amused.
Okay. All right. But yeah, he saw you. He saw it coming, and he was just like, he dodged the best that he could out of the way, took some of the hits. But he's more like, right, he's trying to get away from these kids right now. Like, he's like, get off. All right. So yeah, that was a good turn, Leah. Yeah, and the kids are making their way towards the door, but not to leave. They are actively trying to help all of you at this point.
Excellent.
All right, Squall, it is now your turn.
Okay, a lot has happened.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to. I don't even think I have any more healing on me, so I am going to back up, and I'm going to, or rather, yeah, I'm gonna back up and try to cast my manifest echo again in front of me as a shield again.
All right. So in this empty space over here.
I guess no. I'm here. That's what my character thinks backing up means.
Okay. Oh, so you right in front of you here.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And so your echo manifests right in front of you. I don't know why he keeps appearing so fucking tall, but there he is.
And I'm just gonna say that I'm still not feeling too hot. Can somebody give me some healing of sorts? And honestly, just
as a reminder, this kid is actively grabbing at this attacker. So any attack against this one or this one will actually be at advantage because they're using the help action.
Okay.
So because you haven't used an action yet, so I'm just throwing it out there.
I guess I can throw. I do have throwing axes, so I can go for a throwing axe attempt.
Okay, that'll be an advantage.
Okay, so we're gonna do this one. Oh, it's an advantage, but that's to hit, right? It's a 20 to hit, not natural, so that should hit, right?
I believe that hits. Let me just double check. Yeah, that definitely hits.
For 4 damage.
All right. Yeah, there's a glancing blow, and it's just like, fuck. At the same time, it's like, get off.
And I used, okay, so I can't use a follow-up because I used my echo, so that then would be the end of my turn.
Okay. Alrighty, end of your turn. All right, it is, this is gonna be interesting. All right, so it is the attackers on the second floor. It is their turn. They're being harried by these kids. They also want to get to all of you. And this is point of order, Jarina, mostly for you. You also look like a rich noble, but there are black skeletal wings sticking out of your illusion because they are not part of the body illusion. So that's what they're actually reacting to. They're not reacting to like your black eyes because they can't actually see that. But the aura and the crazy wings, they definitely can see and feel. So that's what they're reacting to. But B is gonna try and attack you, Jarina. Let's see. All right, let's bring that up. So three unarmed attacks. The first one is gonna be a 24 to hit.
That does hit.
You will take 4 bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
$14.
You feel your muscles begin to lock up, but then that surge of necrotic energy surging through you seems to break that hold, and thankfully you will not be stunned for the turn. But he does have 2 more attacks. Continues to come in, punching your leg. 24 to hit.
Yes.
That's going to be 9 bludgeoning damage to your leg. And then another hit to the inside of your leg. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
Yes.
And for the last bit of damage, you will take 7 bludgeoning damage.
Jarina's not looking too well. She's looking very, very, very weak.
Okay. So the other attacker is going to try to move through the swarm of kids. And is kind of blocked by not only the echo but 2 more kids who seem to be like kind of like holding out their arms to block them from getting to Squall. So now they absolutely, because they were holding the help action, are now grabbing at this individual trying to stop them, but they are definitely going to take an attack at the echo. And that's going to be the first hit is going to be a 24 to hit.
That's a poof.
Okay. The echo disappears. And again, they look very confused. And seeing you at the over there, and these kids are still like grabbing at them, they will actually pull darts out of their belt and they throw 2 darts at you, Squall. It's the last of their darts. And so the first dart that gets thrown at you.
Thanks to me getting stabbed by all of them.
Yeah, you literally became a pincushion for them, Galen, and used most of their darts at you. That's a 12 to hit. I don't think that's going to hit you, right, Squall? Okay. And then the next dart gets thrown. That's going to be a 21 to hit. So that dart will hit.
That does hit.
And you take 4 piercing damage from the dart.
Okay.
All right. And that is the end of their turn. All right. Phoebe, you are up next. What would you like to do?
I'm going to use my full movement to get back to the bathhouse because I have a plan.
Uh-oh, she's got a plan. All right. So yeah, move your movement to where you can. All right. And what would you like to do from there?
I'm gonna use dash to see if I can get into the bathhouse.
Sure. You can. That won't be a problem. All right, so you're in the bathhouse. The bathhouse room. Now what would you like to do?
But then I use
That's your action and your movement. Do you have a bonus action you want to use, or that's it?
I don't think I have a bonus action.
Okay. All right. So you're currently in the bathhouse room, concocting your plan. Next, Sarah.
I was finding the map.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to again cast Ray of Frost on the fire.
Okay. Roll to attack the log pile, please. It's a low AC. It's a 10.
Ha! Nat 20.
Ooh, okay, cool. Crit on the damage. So roll the damage.
That is 3 plus 5. Okay, so that's 10. So, and then the crit would be another 10, right?
It doubles it.
Right, so 20.
With that, the fire is extinguished. And now there's just steam is beginning to arise, but the smoke is starting to, there's still a lot of smoke, but there's no more smoke coming from the fire. It's now mostly steam. There is some white smoke, but no more black smoke. It is dealt with in the moment.
All right, I am going to, 1 second.
Sora the firefighter.
Just for some cover right there.
Okay, yeah, I will say, depending on where attacks might be coming from, that'll definitely give you, I'd say, half cover.
Okay. And as my bonus action, I am going to take another health pot because Sora's looking like really fucked up.
Okay, go for it. All right. So while you're taking that health pot and healing yourself up, we switch back to the second floor. First floor, second floor, first floor, second floor, first floor, second floor. Yeah. I had to make a big map. I just had to. So, all right. So the one that was initially attacking Leah upstairs is now being harried by 3 different kids who are just like, just grabbing at him. Like turns, looks at Jarina, looks at Leah, is trying to figure out who to attack. All right, I'm gonna roll a d6. 1 to 3, it's Leah. 4 to 6, it's Jarina. All right. So he turns, aims his crossbow at Leah, and is gonna take a shot at Leah. That was a 1 that I rolled. And so that's going to be a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And since your reaction has refreshed, if you'd like, you can use Uncanny Dodge on this if you wanted to.
Yes, please.
All right, so that's 8 piercing damage. Using Uncanny Dodge reduces it to 4. And then, gonna disengage as his bonus action and run down the stairs. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35. Actually makes it to the top of the stairs downstairs. Sora, you hear somebody behind you. You turn around and you can see a little halfling with a light crossbow in his hand, just running down the stairs. And so now he is on the first floor as he just runs past the other orphans, past Jurina, books it downstairs.
Is he close to me?
Hold on a second. I'm gonna put him on I gotta put him on the map that you're on right now. He is at the top of the steps right now.
If he were closer, I'd be able to do a melee reaction.
Yeah. Well, no, he hasn't. You'd have to get out of your melee to do that, but
Okay.
you definitely know he's there. So all right.
Okay.
So that's his turn. Rowan, it is now your turn.
Are there still dumb kids in this room?
They're all running out the door. They're running. If they're not out the door yet, they will be on their next turn.
Okay.
They're definitely running away from you.
I'm going to chase them out and slam the door shut.
Okay. There's still kids in this room trying to run out. If you shut the door, you're actually going to be shutting the door on two of the kids because it's not their turn yet.
I said I'm going to chase them out, though, so...
Right, but that means... Okay, you can't make other people move when it's not their turn. Unless...
I can't push them?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Unless you want to push them, but that's going to limit how much movement you have, because in order to move somebody with you, it halves your movement.
Okay.
So what would you... So you want to get as close to them as possible, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can get... This is your total movement, is right next to this screaming kid who is now freaking the fuck out that you are right behind them. Like... And it's because like... And they are actively trying to run, but yeah, if you want to like push them, that will be half. You'd have to take the dash action, and it would half your movement.
I'm not really sure what to do here because I don't really want to push them.
Okay.
Because I don't want to insult any minors.
All right. Well, I mean, like I said, you're good. Like where you are, that's your full movement. If you want to like hold an action or something and like wait till the rest of the kids run out, you could do that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. I'll hold an action.
Okay. What would you like to hold?
Can one of my actions be dash?
Yeah, that's an action.
Okay. So if I see that chick come out, or let's say if I see an enemy, I will do a bite attack, and that's the action I'm going to hold.
Okay, so all right,
I'm going to have to dash up to the enemy in order to do that, though. So I guess I'm just going to have to dash to the enemy.
But those are two different things, though.
Yeah. So I won't attack. I'll just dash up to the enemy, maybe knock him over. I mean, I can knock him over with my dash, right?
No.
I knocked down the door.
Yeah, that was a special thing that I allowed, but that's not a normal move.
What about this is normal to you?
Not a damn thing. However, there are certain rules. I can bend those rules and fudge those rules, but in this instance, when it comes to attacking an individual, you know what? Let's just see what happens. You're holding a dash action.
I'll hold a dash. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Okay.
So if that little gnome pops up, I'll dash at him. If that witch pops up, I'll dash at her.
Okay. Perfect. Alrighty. So with that, let's see where we are in the order. Jarina, it is your turn.
Okay, so I am going to do... So that little attacker that went down the stairs, I can no longer see them, correct, right?
They turned, they went down. They're at the top of the stairs on the first floor, but you can't see them anymore.
Okay. I would like to question.
Yes.
With my tentacle rod, because it is 3 attacks, can I separate the attacks to 2 different creatures? Okay.
Yeah.
So then the letter B in front of me, I'm going to attack them with 2 of my tentacle rods, and then C, I'm going to attack with 1.
Sure. You can absolutely do that.
So, that's... Oof. I think I miss on that one. That's an 8. 8 plus 9 is, 17.
That does hit.
Oh, okay, got it. Then that's a d6. That is 3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Whack right in the head. Say,
Second one is a 19 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And that is 4 bludgeoning damage to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other letter C, that is a 28 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And that is 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Yeah, so you just, first 2 just, ow, fuck! And then you turn it and at the second one and, they're still up.
Okay. And then as a bonus action, I am going to cast Healing Word at level 1 on Squall.
Okay.
That's only 3 hit points, but it's better than nothing.
Alrighty. And so, is that it?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my movement. I'm just gonna stand guard of the stairwell still.
Okay. Alright, so with that, we're back at the top of the round. A few things happen again. The kids are still chanting, "Help the rich weirdos! Help the rich weirdos! Help the rich weird." They're getting louder. This kid moves here. This kid literally, like, they form a blockade in front of Squall. This one moves here. This one moves here. These kids are swarming this hallway now. This kid, the kid is who's the leader. 30. He's going to use his dash action to run to the first floor. He runs, disengages, runs past the one on the top of the first floor. And continues down, up, like right up to you, Sora. You see this little kid running past you, holding a dagger in his hand. And he screams.
Do I get to...
And he screams out, "Help the rich weirdos! This is our chance! Help the rich weirdos! Help the rich weirdos!"
I just kind of stare at the kid in, like, perplexity and like, oh, okay.
Okay. Do you want to do anything?
No, I'm gonna let him do his thing, because obviously we're the rich weirdos.
Okay. There's practically no more room in this hallway. It is just filled with kids and these 2 attackers at this point. Let's see. Kids are getting to the doorways as best they can. Yeah, moving there. And yeah, they are still using the help action. All right, he's no longer there. He's on the first floor. The kids on the first floor look at him and are still looking at Rowan like, and then they turn and they look at this kid and go, even her?
Maybe not her. Go, keep running this way.
But they definitely keep making their way out of the room away from Rowan. They actually do run past, some of them run past Galen. Yeah, definitely trying to get the fuck away from this weird rich lady who apparently they're being told to help, who is just terrifying the shit out of them at this moment. But yeah, there are no more kids in that dining room. So that is the first thing that happens. Second thing that happens is the door opens yet again, and she floats out.
Can I dash up to her?
All right, you were holding your action, so 1, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's as close as you can get to her. Your movement is 40, so that's as close as you can get. And as she floats into the hallway, she goes,
Well, it looks like I'm just gonna have to get a new batch of orphans. That's fine. You were getting a little too old anyway.
she is going to, let's see, what is she gonna do? All right, she's going to cast Scorching Ray. Right now, yeah, she sees the crazy lady on four legs, running on all fours. She sees Sora and she sees Galen. So it's going to be one attack to each of you with a Scorching Ray, because there's 3 Scorching Rays. But Sora, you do get half cover, so your AC is increased by 3, if I believe. Just want to double check.
Sure.
So it's 2. So add 2 to your AC. But she is going to, she's going to try to hit you.
Wait, who added 2 to their AC again?
Me.
Sora, because she's got the banister and the wood that is just basically giving her half cover.
Okay, just double checking.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm sorry, how long does mage armor last?
8 hours.
8 hours.
Okay.
So the first hit to Rowan is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yes.
And so you will take, as the first ray shoots from her hand, 4 fire damage. The second one going to Sora. That's going to be an 18 to hit. Does that hit you even with your increased AC?
Yeah.
Okay. So you will take 5 fire damage. And Galen, that's a 22 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And you take 11 fire damage.
I'm still alive.
Okay.
Barely.
And as she sees this, she sorry, because she hit you with that, and you are still hexed.
Fuck.
You will take Let's see. You'll take an extra 1d6 of necrotic damage. So you'll take 3 necrotic damage as the smoke that's surrounding you just kind of like chokes you for a moment and then dissipates.
Okie doke. Thank you.
You are still hexed. And then once again, she's like and floats backward into the room. Door slams. Okay. Next up is Galen. Leah, you are after Galen.
I'm gonna go to the front of the door. I counted. I can make it there.
Okay, go for it. Let's make sure. Yeah, there we go.
All right, and then I'm gonna open the door and throw 2 darts at her and see what happens. If I do see her.
Okay, so let's see. You open the door. And yeah, you see her. She is in the middle of the room.
I throw 2 darts.
Okay, go for it.
Actually, no. I want more damage. I'm gonna throw 2 daggers.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Nice. Yeah, that definitely hits.
9 damage.
9. Okay. Yeah, the dagger sticks and she goes, ah! You can see she is floating off the ground.
22.
That does hit.
10 damage.
Nice. She's like, ah! She's just knocking the daggers off of her. She's definitely taking the damage. She is bleeding. The blood looks a little weird. It's red, but it is a deep, dark crimson, almost black red. And her hair is just floating in the air as if there's a breeze, but there is no breeze.
And I'm going to use a key point to do, because I don't have enough feet to reach her, I'm going to use it for a patient defense. So any attack she does on me is at disadvantage.
Okay.
Because I only have 3 hit points left.
Okay.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Alrighty. So that's your turn. That was a good turn. All right. Next up is Leah Squall on deck. All right. So let's switch to the second floor.
Is that guy still alive?
No, he's dead. He's on the ground dead. One of the kids is actually standing over him.
Good job.
Oh, wait,
Okay,
no. He ran downstairs. I'm sorry. He ran past everybody. He is now on the top of the stairs on the first floor.
Okay. I'm gonna head out of the room and start making my way down to the first floor.
Okay. Yeah, you can get here with your full movement.
Okay, and I can use my bonus action to dash.
Yes, you can. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'll do that then.
All right. Let me pull you up here on the first floor. And get your token out. Yeah, as you start to dash, you are now on the first floor. On the first floor map, and you are at the top of top of the landing, right next to this guy, and he's trying to make his way down, and he's looking down at Sora, and all of a sudden he's like, ah! And you are like in melee range with him right now.
And I'd like to stab him with my sword as my action.
Go for it.
I'm assuming she doesn't have sneak attack.
No.
19 plus 8 is 27.
That does hit, yeah.
Ooh, I rolled a 6. 6 plus 5 is 11.
11, nice. Yeah, he's now starting to look really hurt. He's like, fuck. And all pretense is...
He's got at least 40 hit points. I mean, this is crazy.
He's got more than that. Yeah. It's almost like, a bunch of adults in this place with skills similar to your own, possibly.
Indeed.
But all pretense is gone now. There's no more fake kid voice. And then he's like, fuck. Definitely an adult. This is definitely an adult posing as a child. There's no doubt anymore. But yeah, he's taking a lot. He's looking hurt. So what would you like to do from this point?
Can I disengage?
Actually, no, you can't. You dashed. You moved down. You dashed as your bonus action, and then for your action, you attacked. So that's all you can do actually at this point. That's your whole turn.
All right, I'm good then.
Alrighty. Squall, you're up next.
Okay, I'm going to, being that, I believe I'm getting a flanking advantage with the one directly in front of me, correct? Okay, no, you can't.
All right, so this is the actual attacker. These kids are trying to stop them from getting to you.
Oh, it's the other way. I'm reading this the other way around. So the circles are friendly, the non-circles are not. Okay.
Right.
Oh,
they're
okay.
giving they have circles because they're giving you the help. They take it out.
Right.
So if you can get in there to attack, which you can't get into a melee attack because they're surrounding this person. If you had another thrown weapon, you definitely get advantage on it.
I do. I have or
if you want to be creative here, you could. I will let you leap over the banister here onto the stairs, so you can get within melee to use your sword.
Okay.
But
sure.
You'll need to make a dexterity check to see if you actually land on the stairs without falling.
Yeah, all right, let's do that. I'll attempt that jump.
Okay.
Saving throw or just flat dex?
Just a dex check. So D20 and whatever your dex modifier is.
I tripped.
What was that? Are there any group inspirations?
Yes, use a group.
Yeah, I think we have 3. You're good.
Use a group. No,
Another
I'm kidding.
one? No, I did, right?
I mean,
What was it?
if
I rolled the same thing.
You rolled the same thing. Okay.
Use a group.
So
Yeah,
no. You can only use
'Cause I
one.
already did,
Only-
'cause
You
You can only use one
yeah.
inspiration per turn.
I was
Okay.
just being funny.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you do jump. It uses half your movement. As
Okay.
you kind of like, but you definitely have 15 more feet of movement. So if you
I'm
want
gonna
to,
walk up,
yeah. So you can still walk up,
Yep.
and
Sorry.
and you can be in melee with this other individual.
Okay.
And you have advantage.
Heard. I'm going to take a swing over the shortened banister here with my short sword. Advantage. Roll. Hello. Oh, first. 12.
You can use another group inspiration if you want to.
Yes.
Do I roll 2 more dice or 1 more dice?
No, one more.
Right. Okay, that's why. Why is that not rolling?
Also, DM.
24 to hit.
That definitely does hit. Yes, Jarina?
You have a DM inspiration for the knife wielding children.
Great.
Okay.
7 damage.
7. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You slice into one of your attackers, like, fuck. As definitely was not paying attention, trying to get these kids off of him. It took the damage.
Okay.
Still up.
Still up. Okay. And then I'm going to use my second attack,
Okay.
which... Right, so the bonus action would be to weapon fight. I can always mess this up.
You still have advantage.
Right. Okay. Just double checking something. For that. Ooh, good thing I have advantage. 21 to hit
Definitely hits.
for 8 damage.
8 damage. All right. Starting to look bloodied now. Now it's starting to look pretty hurt. Not happy at all. Just fuck every time you're hitting him.
Uh,
I think that's it. I think that's your full turn.
Yeah.
Why aren't the kids tearing these guys apart? Or are they just
They're using the help action.
Yeah, and it has to be turn-based.
Yep. And some of them are actually kids. So,
Yeah.
and they're not children of the corn, so
that you know of.
Actually, DM, I
Yeah.
believe I have 2 attacks plus a bonus action.
Right.
So,
okay. All right. Yeah. So you have
Yeah.
one more attack. You have one more attack.
Right. I can use my offhand attack as my bonus action.
Okay.
So, because I'm a warrior OP.
All right. Go for it.
So 4 hit, which I still have advantage on.
Yep.
Which 17.
17 does hit.
And for the last bit of damage, which I maxed out that dice for another 8 damage.
All right. Now looking really, really bloodied there. Again, not happy, but taking that damage, starting to take its toll. All right.
Okay. And that would be the end of my turn.
Okay. So it is now their turn.
This is a great turn, Squall.
So, all right. All right. Just trying to get these kids off. You are swiping at him over the banister. He is going to jump over the banister to try and get into melee with you on the stairs. I'm going to roll a dex check to see how well they do. That is a 10. All right, that uses their movement, half their movement, but they are exactly where they want to be. They're going to take 3 unarmed attacks on you, Squall. All right, so that is going. The first one is going to be. Oof, that's a 9. That does not hit. Takes the swing. Definitely, like, is just bloodied from all of the cuts that you've given them, and you can see that they're starting to slow and weaken. The second hit, that is an 8 to hit. Another miss. And then the third is a 23.
Last one hits.
Yeah, so first 2 missed, last one hits. You take 8 bludgeoning damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. What was that?
14.
14. Yeah, so yet again, you feel like your body's about to lock up and you just kind of like flex and just push through it. And thankfully, you are not stunned for a round, because that would suck. The second one really can't get through, so it's just going to take some. It's going to take 3 swings at you, Jarina. First swing is going to be a 12 to hit.
Misses.
Misses. The welt that is growing on their forehead is actually starting to kind of like almost close one of the eyes slightly, so the depth perception is off as it tries to hit you. He's going to try another attack. That's Jesus Christ. That's a natural 1. Which I will say, because it's a natural 1, he swings and actually hits the wood behind you and takes 2 bludgeoning damage. And then the last hit is going to be a 16 to hit. Does that hit?
That one does hit.
Okay. You take 9 bludgeoning damage.
I was at 2 HP.
All right. And so, yeah, so you don't even have to roll any kind of check because Jarina falls unconscious to the ground. The Necrotic Shroud instantly dissipates. And now he's like, hey, get the fuck out of here. All right. So that was their turn. Phoebe, it is now your turn.
She had to go to bed.
Oh. Well, I don't know what her plan was.
She's in the bathhouse.
Uh-huh.
So I would say 1 second. She still has like tons of stuff going on. So she was going to get water to put out the fire.
Okay. So since the fire is out, this is what we'll do. She moves out of the bathhouse. She's grabbed the water. She's got a bucket of water. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She sees that the fire is out. She goes, fuck.
Have her keep the water to maybe throw on the matron to make her melt.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So that's what we'll do. So Phoebe's gonna hold her attack action to throw a bucket of water on the matron.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Make a note of that. Sarah, it is now your turn.
Sarah is going to cast Expeditious Retreat on herself.
Okay, that's an action, right? Or bonus action.
I am looking to be sure. Where the fuck did it go? I had it up.
Uh-huh.
It's a bonus action.
Okay, yeah. So Expeditious Retreat, bonus action. Your speed is now doubled. Your movement is now doubled. You're concentrating. What would you like to do?
I'm moving.
Hold on a second. Wait, just specifically when you cast a spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can take the dash action. So essentially, you're like a rogue at this point. So you can move your extra movement, and then as a bonus, and currently you can also move double because you just cast it. So what would you like to do?
I lost count. I was moving.
All right. You're 10 feet away from where you were.
I'm going to move there.
Okay.
And I am going to hold my action until I see a threat.
Okay. Just so you're aware, you have no line of sight to the door where the matron was coming in and out.
Absolutely. I am also really, really bleeding profusely.
Okay. I just want to make sure that you're aware. That's all.
I'm
All right.
aware.
Okay. Okie dokie then. So that's Sara's turn. Let's mark that she is concentrating on her spell as well as being hexed. Alrighty. So with that, next up, all right. The little fucker on the stairwell, next to Yulia, who is desperately trying to get away from you and everybody else. He's going to, for his bonus action, he is going to disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As he runs down, he runs right into Phoebe holding a bucket of water and a woman on all fours growling. He's like, what the fuck?
Doesn't Leah have an attack of opportunity? Or did he
Do
disengage?
I?
He disengaged.
All right, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, as a bonus
Do I
action,
have an attack of opportunity as he runs by?
he disengaged and he has not actually run past you yet. He's looking around because that's just his movement. Yeah, he doesn't know what to fucking do. Like, he is completely like, what is going on?
This is the asshole that stabbed me on the landing.
Yeah, this is totally that guy. All right, he's gonna. All right, 1 to 3, he attacked Rowan. 4 to 6, he attacks Phoebe. And so, yeah, he's gonna attack Phoebe. He's gonna take a couple of swipes at Phoebe there. Yeah, so 3 attacks with the short sword. So the first attack is going to be a 16 to hit on Phoebe. I believe that hits. I'm gonna pull up her character sheet real quick. No. I mean, you can move.
Attack as a bonus action?
You can move around if you want, without provoking an attack of opportunity. You just can't.
Okay,
You just can't leave his melee range. If you leave his melee range, he'll try to attack you.
Am I flanking with Phoebe?
No, you would actually
Can I
have to move over one.
Can I get to a position where I just flank him so Phoebe has advantage next time?
Okay.
Thanks.
Can you
Alright.
attack with bonus action, or did you already do that?
I can't attack with a bonus action. I'm not really sure what a wolf can do with a bonus action.
Wolves don't have bonus actions, unfortunately. All right. So with that, that is Rowan's turn. Jarina, I need you to make a death saving throw for me, please.
Okay. Death saving throw is...
So just a d20.
Okay. That's a 7, sir.
All right, so that is one failure. All righty. So. Whew. All right, so a couple things happen. After Jarina goes, let's make sure that the right map is up. Okay, right map is up. All right. On the first floor, this larger orphan who is now screaming, "Help the rich weirdos! Yes, even the weird one! Help the rich weirdos!" And so the kids who Rowan terrified don't seem to be as enthusiastic as the kids upstairs. But this one definitely starts grabbing at the other guy. This one starts grabbing at the other guy. This one also. They're definitely moving away or around Rowan, not getting near her as much as possible.
Double advantage.
But the ones that are circled in red are absolutely using the help action. And then as that happens, Galen, you are in the doorway. And this woman who's just floating there in front of you. She just kind of looks at you. One second. And I need you. One second. I just need to double check something very quickly. All right. She looks at you.
I look at her.
And she says, "You know something? There's something a little bit odd about you. I don't know exactly what it is, but I can't quite put my finger on it, but I think that you're an amazing individual, and I think you should want to do things for me. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw."
Is this charm person?
Yes, you have advantage.
I have advantage. Is it straight wisdom or... Oh wait, you said saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw.
$18.
You feel you feel like all of these words that she said become jumbled in your mind, and it's very distracting, and you just something about it just allows you, something about your heritage just allows you to just dismiss these words, and they dissipate from your mind. And she goes, Fine. And she just casts 2 Eldritch Blasts at you.
At disadvantage.
Yep. Let's see. So the first one, it's at disadvantage. Yeah, is a 12.
That's a miss.
And the second one, as she fires it at you. Yeah, that's only a 10. All right. Yeah, both of them miss. And she seems to be getting frustrated.
Haha, fuck you, bitch.
And the rest of you all hear, and you see her saying this as it just echoes throughout the whole orphanage.
Very well. I guess I'm just going to have to clean house. Start all over again.
And that is where we're going to call it for the evening.
So close to ending the siege.
No one died, though.
Not yet.
Oh wow!
Don't you talk that blasphemy?
Wow, that's the power of positive thinking, there, right?
I have 3 HP, and I'm dealing with someone who, a very powerful magic user who hasn't been hit till just now.
Maybe you should step back a little.
No, if I step back, she'll just teleport. I need to finish this.
Alrighty.
Sounds like a mighty need.
Pretty tenacious.
So, with that, we are going to call it for the evening. That was really good. Wow. Wow, this is going to be 3 sessions just on this orphanage. We got 1 more to go. Nice.
Orphan arc.
Let's hope.
Hope. You have fingers crossed.
The orphan arc.
This is getting interesting, folks. So we have Jarena down, a couple of near misses of things, but you now have orphans on your side. I don't know.
Army of them.
I mean, they are kids, though.
True.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But no, that was a great game, everybody. Excellent game.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Tonight was fun.
That was a lot of fun. So I want to thank everybody. I want to obviously thank my players. I want to thank my mods as well, but also I want to thank all of you for joining and watching the craziness that has ensued with this orphanage siege. A couple of quick shout outs. So Pet the Dragon, thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Call Me Peter Jr., thank you for the host. We appreciate you as well. And once again, Velixion, again, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Thank you for the follow. We really do appreciate it. I also want to absolutely thank my patrons on Patreon as well. I mean, that's a huge support for what we do as well. So thank you so much to all of you. And again, I mean, it just does my heart good to see us just being supported in this way. And I hope that you're all having as much fun as we're having playing. Like that's really my hope. And thank you, Lady Poopsie, for the resub.
Yes.
But yeah, so if you're interested in finding all of the things that are going on with players and creators, definitely a good way for that is to follow. If you're looking to support a little more, you can either subscribe. If subscribing through Twitch is not something you want to do, you can check out some of the items and things that we do on Patreon, because that's another way you can support us. Also, merch. Merch is another way that you can help support the stream as well. So please just check out all of the things. We just really want to know what you think of the game. We want to hear if you're having a good time with it. And we just want to talk to you. That's how we build community. So again, thank you so much for watching. Remember to be kind to yourself and be kind to others. As a reminder, I'm playing Magic the Gathering Arena tomorrow at 8 p.m., Friday Night Magic. So if that's something you're interested in, please join me for that. If you're not interested in the game, but you also just want to hear me speak in weird voices, I use the voice modulator during that as well. You can use channel points to make me talk in weird voices. I usually rage or say weird shit in these voices, so people enjoy it. They seem to have a good time with it. So thank you again. As we end, we are going to raid someone, so please don't leave right away. We always try to raid someone who is supportive of what we've been doing and is a good person. So please just share that love as well. The all of the love that you've been showing with us tonight. Throw them a follow if you're not already following them. Say hello in chat. It means a lot to everybody. All right. So once again, thank you so much. We love you.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
We do. We appreciate and love you all very much.
Okay, and we will see
Thank you.
next time. All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.